financiers?
So it's quite important, the issue of bankability. Now, there is a cooperation and work that needs to be done between the private and the public sector in order to overcome the challenges of bankability to attract international financing. So, for example, if we can look at the example of Egypt, back in 2015, Egypt was coming out of a revolution. They needed to ensure that the ecosystem for international investors is attractive for private investors to come and commit to renewable energy. So they initiated a feed-in tariff program that was very attractive. They worked proactively with financial institutions to develop the project documents, whether it's the power purchase agreement, the grid connection agreement, the sovereign guarantee. They worked together with us, and Egypt has profited from overcoming the challenges and misconception and perception of the renewable program to now be one of the leaders in Africa. In addition, we are working with IFC. They have a scaling solar program right now. We are participating in the scaling solar program, whether it's in Niger, Cote d'Ivoire, or Senegal, and other African countries. They are also working on scaling wind. This way, the financial institution comes with their own project documents. They come with the financing as well, ensuring that the deployment can be done quickly. We have from our shareholders Masdar the Ittihad 7 initiative, which is also trying to foster electrification through renewable power in Africa and deploying funds and finances. There are solutions that are there. This reminds me of the speech that was given by His Excellency Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber, the President Delegate of COP28. Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber mentioned that the global finance institutions need to band together in order to provide a new instrument to mobilize the electrification of Africa. Bankability goes two ways. If the financial institutions have a proactive, long-term view of the economic benefits, not just from a black and white financial, let's say, returns, but to look at the long-term economic benefits, the creation of jobs and opportunities in the African continent, and also the creation of infrastructure that can facilitate more economic development, then that return not only benefits the African communities, but it multiplies multiple folds onto the economic returns to the financial institutions. To overcome the bankability challenge, we need cooperation from governments, local communities, and the private sector in order for us to work together to deploy clean, affordable, sustainable, renewable generation to unlock the economic potential of Africa. We mentioned governments at the beginning, and I think the conversation starts with them. For example, the green hydrogen initiatives that we are participating in with our shareholder Masdar. We are working currently on 2 pilot programs in Egypt, 200 megawatts of green hydrogen and 180 megawatts of green ammonia, in order for us to mitigate the risks of the technology, of the deployment. We are working together with other developers, pooling our resources in order to benefit from the economies of scale, invest in the infrastructure necessary to deploy these pilot projects, and then to expand and scale up the green hydrogen deployment. This can be translated to other countries where there is a regulatory mandate incentivizing investors to work together, to cooperate and collaborate, and also through attractive taxing regimes, attractive licenses, and facilitation where we have a one-stop shop in African countries to go to one institution to allow for the licensing permits and authorizations to deploy renewable power.
Thank you.